And basically, so what you're telling the MSU fans that are texting in is the second wave of players entering the transfer portal is extremely important for Jeff Lebby and the Bulldog Initiative, right?
Oh, it absolutely is. And that's the thing, too, you got to think, too. I mean, State's got money to spend, you know, and so there will be some guys that go in the portal. And that's the real challenge in this environment that we're in right now with NIL and the transfer portal is how heavy do you go early, and then can you afford to wait late? You know, it's a real balancing act in that respect because you may go out there and kind of, you know, shoot your wad before Christmas, and all of a sudden the guy comes up you really need, and maybe you're not even in the sweepstakes because you just don't have the resources to commit to it. And so it's a real balancing act. You got to be good stewards with your money, and it's weird that we're even having this conversation because 2 years ago it had been an NCAA violation, but now here we are with all these collectives and things of that nature. And so college football is evolving, and it's a real challenging environment. I would submit to you right now that the coaches in the NCAA right now are recruiting in probably the most toxic environment they ever have in the history of the game.
And that's saying something because recruiting's always been toxic in the SEC, right?
Well, the difference is it was all dark money, you know, and if somebody did something stupid, they got in trouble. Nowadays, there is an organized legal way to facilitate the payment of players to come to your school. Now, the NCAA says you're not supposed to use NIL in recruiting purposes, and, you know, that's like you're not supposed to jaywalk. You know, I mean, until they really enforce that, nobody's going to respect that directive, you know, and so, but that's where we are. And, you know, I don't think it's sustainable. At some point, the money runs out, and that's for everybody, right? I mean, that's not just, you know, our schools in the state of Mississippi, but at some point, if you continue to ask the fans to keep, you know, funding the payroll for all this, at some point you start getting to the point of diminishing returns.
Don't miss one moment of the Out of Bounds Show with Bo Bounds. Weekdays, 7 a.m. till 10 a.m. on ESPN 105.9. The Zone.